don't you go. You stay with me, man. I need your help. I need your support. He's like, oh God. When is enough when working with our horses, especially with groundwork and even training and riding our horses? It's a real fine art to know, am I pushing my horse to fatigue? Should I be pushing my horse to fatigue? And ethically, should we? Probably not, right? In humans, we know that to build muscle, to grow muscle, to be strong, we can push our body to fatigue. So that means that if you're in the gym and you're pumping some reps out, you're doing some squats or you're trying to build your biceps, you keep going until you physically can't go anymore. Does that sound inviting? Probably not. We have got research to show though that you don't have to push your body to fatigue to build muscle all the time. Yes, you have to raise your heart rate. So how do we relate this back to our horses? Because let's face it, when do we know that they are fatigued? Usually it's very subjective, unfortunately, but it's things like changes in their behavior. Some horses will start tripping. Some horses might show you signs of ears flat back, they're reluctant to go forward. And then I start thinking, should we be pushing our horses to that point of fatigue? Should we make those behaviors come out? Again, no. And again, unfortunately, it's a very individual, subjective assessment and approach, but I'm just going to give you an example here. So let's start with a wither rock. For my clients, you know that I will prescribe a wither rock depending on what I'm finding and depending on the goal for that horse going forward. But let's just say we're doing the wither rock. So if I'm going to lift up and ask him to do the wither rock, and let's say I'm doing 10 reps of these, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there. So he's now started to move a bit more. I know this horse quite well, and I know that movement of him now stepping away with that outside hind leg is him maybe showing me that enough is enough. And this is when we start to introduce this philosophy of, or this approach, not a philosophy, this approach of leaving 2 reps, okay? Again, it sounds so subjective, but think about it for you in the gym. So if you're going in the gym and you're doing 10 reps, and you can feel yourself getting a little bit tired at the 8th rep, but you know you can push maybe 9 and 10, but if you do that, you're going to be absolutely knackered and fatigued and you can't get up. So this is the idea of leaving those 2 reps left. The same with our horses. I went in to start this exercise with 10 reps in mind. I got to about 6 or 7 and I noticed, okay, now he's actually starting to move away from me and he's becoming more unstable. So I'd actually recognize that and say, I've got 2 reps left, but I'm actually going to stop there, note down how many I did, and when I come back to the exercise, maybe the next day or the day after, we've got 6 reps, can we get to 8 reps? And this is the same approach I would ask you to do when you're working with your horses, whether it's riding, whether it's groundwork. And let's give you a riding example. So if you're in the arena and you're doing trot canter transitions, okay? You want to improve your transitions. So you're in a big 20-meter circle and you're cantering around and you're going to do a transition from trot to canter at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock for 4 circles. But as you get to your 3rd circle, you start to notice that your horse is a bit more lazy going into the transitions. They did 3 or 4 transitions really on point, really well, but that next one, that 6th transition, was just a bit lazier. Or they start to disunite, or the head starts to come up. That's your sign that that's enough for today. Maybe do 1 more to end on a good note, but you still have that 1 more rep left, and I would leave it at that. Always end on a good note and come back another day. I really feel like we need to take responsibility when it comes to training our horses, and especially from a groundwork and riding perspective of when is enough is enough. When is enough enough? If you need some help with this, comment below, send me a DM, and if you'd like more exercises on how to improve your horse's posture and how to pinpoint these areas of weakness, click on the link in my bio. The course is called Heal Your Horse.